Today's topic is something I just randomly pick. You know that when we normally have our conversation, somebody in the group will tell me what to talk about. But I've said today's topic as, what do you want? We're all here, and all our thoughts, our expectations, our disappointments, our feelings, our anxieties, our fears is tied to what we want. We all want something different. But if you think about it, whatever you want is nothing new, right? Because you're basing your wants or your need for the future on a memory of something you already have, in which case, why do you want it? Or you're basing it on something you believe or you think somebody else has. You never base it on something that's right for you, on something that you don't know, because you have to base it on what you know, what you think you know. And therein lies all the problem. All the problem. Because you've pulled in something that's a memory, something that you had as a child, a successful business, a successful marriage, a successful life. And now you're projecting that onto a very fluid future. And what makes it worse is that life has become complicated. It's really not about, I want to eat pizza for lunch, and then you go and eat a pizza. You get a pizza, and then you have 1,000 toppings to choose from and 1,000 different bases to choose from. Shall I have this pizza? Shall I have that pizza? Shall I have the one that's delivered to me? Shall I go and pick it up? The choices are mind-boggling. And that's where we get stuck. We get stuck with all the choices that we have to make. Whenever there's a choice, and there's always a choice, and the choices are increasing every day, you are unable to decide what you want for yourself. If I asked you just now, what do you want? Each one of you is going to come up with something different. I want to be happy. I want to be peaceful. Or maybe you'll have something more specific. I want my daughter to get married, or my son to find somebody. Now, exactly who do you want your daughter to meet or your son to meet? And can you decide that? Do you know how many choices there are? The choices are mind-boggling. It wasn't like we did it in the olden days, you see. In the olden days, somebody was brought and paraded in front of you, and you just married that person. That was it. Decision taken, life started, marriage continues. Now it's this, and you can keep swiping left for the rest of your life. You know, week after week after week, you think your choices are going to improve with every coming week. But when you make a decision like that, decisions, if you notice, it doesn't matter how much you ponder, how many books you read, what kind of research you do, who you speak to. It doesn't matter what you do. The decision is made in 1 second. In this moment, you suddenly decide what to do. I have a choice between a glass of lemonade, and I have a choice and a glass of wine. You know, the lemonade is cooling, it's beautiful. The wine is going to make me feel nice and dizzy. And St. Patrick said I should have some. What should I choose? Right? As long as you're vacillating between the choices of what you want, you're lost. Because then you're going on and on in your mind, lemonade may be better for me because, limes, it's vitamin C. But wine, it's really going to make me sleep a lot better. But on the other hand, wine is really bad for you, so maybe I shouldn't have that. Let me go back to the lemonade. The time that you spend between choices, weighing one and weighing the other. And I'm not saying that research mustn't be done. Yes, you must know what you're doing completely. But the decision that you take, no matter how long you research it, no matter how long you vacillate, it happens very fast. And decisions are a moment of liberation, a moment of freedom. Because you're free. Once you've taken the decision, you're free from the burden of thought for a while. Then, of course, the doubt comes up. And the choices have come up again, right? Because that's what the mind likes to do. The mind likes to throw new choices at you, telling you that this is not good. I've got something even better for you. This was a very bad idea. It's not good for you. You're not going to grow as a person. You better stick to what you know. You better stick to your previous choice. Much better idea. Don't keep vacillating. So let's make a choice here, right? Is it better to split your screens, or is it better to come together on one screen and make sure that the internet is... So we always have choices, you see. We always have decisions to make. And some decisions are easy ones, and some decisions are not so easy. There are two kinds of people. There are those that very clearly know what they want to do. And for them, life becomes easy. It's like you wonder, you look at them and you watch them and say, everything has come really easily to this person. Just the doors have just opened out for him. Yes, of course they have. Because this person knows exactly what he's seeking. This person understands where he needs to go. And he follows only that one road. He doesn't go like, can I do this? Shall I remain a housewife? Or shall I do this? Shall I do this? Or shall I do that? Shall I get into business? Or shall I stay home? This vacillation is not there. This division of energy is not there. So there are both kinds of people, the kinds that know what they want, the kinds that don't. And the gurus and all of these people, they just get extremely thrilled if you're the type of person who can't decide what you want. Because then they can decide and they can guide your mind to wherever they need you to go. The advertisers love it when you can't decide. Because that way they can influence you and make your decision for you. If you know what you want, then you just get it. Because all your actions in the present moment then get geared towards achieving that end. Whatever you do now, whichever thought you're thinking, whichever idea germinates in your brain, whichever video you're watching, whichever book you're reading, they're all seeds being planted for the future. This moment doesn't repeat itself. It is fresh, it is new. And this moment is really the future, is everything. Yet we spend this entire moment thinking how much we want to be in that place where we want to go. If I went there, I would be happy. If I had this, I would be happy. And when we get that, are we truly happy then? No, it's only for a short time, because the nature of desire is to lack satisfaction. It needs to keep coming again and again and again. So what is it that you want? What makes you unhappy right now? Right at this moment, if your breath were to stop, can you go thinking, I have lived my life fully. I have lived every minute doing exactly what I was brought here to do. I have fulfilled all of my wishes. I have tapped into all of my skills and my talents. Now, if you look into the abyss of the future, it seems like you've done nothing. It's always going to feel that way, right? The future does not exist. It steals from you your successes of today with the promise of nothing for tomorrow. Because what promise is it giving you in the future? If you study and get a law degree, you're going to earn a lot of money. But you're not going to earn a lot of money unless you get a good job. And you're not going to earn a lot of money once you have that job unless you keep the job. So there are a lot of ifs and buts that continually come up. And we keep projecting ourselves into a future that may or may not exist, may not come our way at all. What is happening now? What do you want right now? When you sit to meditate, and you come out of it, you rise to the surface, you left the world with all of everything, the food uncooked, the cushions unmade, the bed is undone, all these things that we want in our perfect home, in our perfect environment. We left all of that, we sat in meditation for 10 or 15 minutes. And then you rise up, and for those first 15, 20, 30 seconds, there is no feeling of lack. There is no feeling of wanting. Everything feels just complete. Now, it is that quality that you need to take into your life every day. Because this day is complete as it is. Whatever you want, whatever you need, is always provided for you. You are taken care of. It is all there. And that happiness that everyone is seeking, once you let it all go, it is right there. It is right there. What more do you want? What more do you want? Just rest, just repose, just relax in this moment. And the more you let go of the past, the more you let go of the future, the more you stay present, the more your fears go, the more your anxieties go, the more the envy, the greed, the longing, the doubt, the baffled mind, the more you let that all go, the more you're centered, the easier life gets. The less you really want, and you begin to enjoy everything that's there without even wanting it. It comes to you unsought. Whatever you need gets provided for you. And that is the life of a yogi. That is the life of a true yogi. A person who walks on this earth without the grip and the feverishness of wanting, without the fears of losing, without the anxiety of life, that grip that life has on you just loosens. And you can just enjoy this moment without feeling any anxiety, moment to moment to moment. You just keep floating through life. Live life effortlessly, with faith, courage, and gratitude, because you know happiness is your birthright. It is right there. It is right there, and you can access it so easily. And that's exactly what you have to do. Be here now, make a success of today, because tomorrow is just a collection of todays.